Welcome back to DRH Acrylic Creations. This is Dave. Our pillow paint for today is Glitten Essentials in Eggshell, and our pouring medium is Vaspar Ultra and Varathane Polyurethane Triple Thick at a 3:1 ratio. Our paints are listed here, and as you can see, we're going to be painting on an owl today. Our sail activator is Black Umber and Titanium White, and that's mixed 3 parts Australian Filtra to 1 part paint. People ask me what I mean by parts, and it basically is the same measurement that you're using over and over. Okay, I'm showing you that I'm going to be using this owl as a dipping. So I'm going to dip into the paint that I'm putting onto the aluminum foil you see here. After I make my design, and then I'll dip the owl, and should get the same pattern as it's down on the thing. If not, we'll see how it ends up. Okay, first color is down. This is Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold, and this is a golden paint. It's kind of becoming my standard, my go-to. It kind of goes with so many things that it's easy to work with. Pop in a few bubbles. This one is Bonfire, and this is by ColorArte Prizm collection. It's a highly pigmented and highly sparkled paint. Next one is Apple Cider. Again, this is a ColorArte pigment, a Prizm paint, and I'm putting it on both sides there. I'm going with a fall theme here, trying to keep it fall-like. This one is AZTEC Gold, and it's by Artaza. Again, these are all mixed 3 parts paint, 3 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. Next one down is Ore, and this is a TLP paint. This is a super bright, and it's one of the most beautiful golds I have in my palette. Next one up is Allen's Red Shimmer, and this comes from Pourage Posse, and I'll put a link down in the description for you if you'd like to get some. This is Emerald. This is a TLP color. This was actually fairly new to my collection. These pigments I mix up. This is Ball Gown by TLP. With the pigments, I mix them up with just a little bit of Joe Sonia to wet the pigments before I put it with the pouring medium. Okay, I'm putting my cell activator down. This is Black Umber. That's a Joe Sonia product. Actually, a very useful black. And now the Titanium White. And I can put a little more of the Ball Gown down on top of that. When I flip this over and I use it as my cell activator, the black will be on top, as you'll see here. Now watch these cells pop open. Okay, so you see I got some really nice cells. I was really hoping that this was going to transfer well over to the owl. Let's see how that happens. Okay, I'm blowing with my straw into the parts of the cell activator that didn't open up and give me cells to try to encourage it along. I talked about Joe Sonia earlier when I was wetting the pigments. That's actually the Joe Sonia varnish. And it's used pretty widely in the Sheleee art community. It just seems to be the best to work with. I use the Sheleee art style of bloom and swipe. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit, get it to spread out both side to side and top to bottom, so I have the most amount of pigment down, the paints down, so that I can dip into that. And you know, the Sheleee art spinning this out to get some cells open up, it's more than just a recipe. It's really it's a community that shares information, things that have worked for them, things that haven't worked for them. So I found the course extremely valuable, and I have a coupon down in the description if you'd be interested in checking it out for yourself. It's give you 15% off the course if you decide to do that. Okay. Notice that I'm spinning this both counterclockwise and clockwise. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to dip my owl face down, and I'm looking off camera, so I'm sorry that I didn't get a picture of that. And actually a little bit disappointed because I was expecting a decent transfer with this and really wasn't seeing it. But the end result, I'll let you judge. Okay, now I'm just at this point I'm not getting enough coverage in some of the lower areas because it has a relief on it. So I'm going to pick up my tool and I'm going to kind of lay the color off of the paint layer directly onto the owl. I'd highly recommend, if you have any questions or want to know anything about this process, leave me a message down in the comments section and I'll answer those. Not at all what I plan to do with this, but a lot of times that's when you're trying something new, that ends up being what happens. And I think once I get a little bit, I'm comfortable with how much paint I have on the owl itself. And it took some work, and I changed plans halfway through. I'll keep on practicing with the dip method until I get it the way I want it. I think I'll actually start working with a smoother surface. You'll see more of that coming down the line. And I think I'm done with that, and I'm gonna fold up my paint layer and throw it away, get rid of it, put my owl down and spin just to get the excess paint off of the owl itself. It's not at all what I planned on doing, but the end result, I think, well, I'll let you be the judge. So leave me a message down in the comment line. Let me know what you think. Taking a look at it, see what I like, what I don't like, see how much paint I need to still move off this board. I'm actually not seeing too much come off, but enough of it that I want to make sure that I'm not won't have a problem with it drying. Okay, let's take a closer look here. Here's the flyover. Now see, what I like about this is that it came up with a really nice marbled effect. Not at all what I planned, but it's certainly not as messy as I thought it might be. And I'm going to share with you the dried results here in just a second. These, you can see here, I did a little bit of edits with the eyes. If you like what you saw today, give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And hit the bell for future notifications of videos that I'll put out. It is my goal to put out at least 3 per week. And I hope that you're finding them useful. I want to thank you very much for being here. Bye now.